Impossible. It's just a broken skeleton soldier. How could it possibly withstand so many wasteland wolves? Wu Lina gritted her teeth and said that she knew that her departure with Zhuang Hutu was not a fair thing to do for the team. So, in an instant, she instinctively exclaimed, "They're dead, they're dead." Yes, only when they all died could it be proven how clear it was that she had made the decision to leave the group. Yes, they're dead. On the other side, Zhuang Hutu gritted his teeth and nodded. At this moment, Zhou Yu, who had just killed several wasteland wolves, did not need Lin Shiyun's control at all and locked onto the wasteland wolves in front of Su Mei. It would be a waste not to use such a good entry. So, with a single step, he surged forward at a speed beyond what anyone could comprehend about skeleton soldiers, arriving in front of them almost instantly. He raised his steel longsword and unleashed a series of slashes. Puff, puff, puff. The blood and damage became glaring and conspicuous on the wasteland and were completely wiped out in just a few seconds, accompanied by the howls of the wasteland wolves. The crisis is over. How? How is this possible? Wu Lina was stunned by this scene and stood there dumbfounded. She couldn't believe that the school beauty who looked down on her the most could actually have such a powerful summon. What should we do? When Zhuang Hutu saw how ferocious the skeleton soldiers were, he immediately realized that he had fled earlier because the enemy couldn't deal with the wasteland wolf, but now the wasteland wolf was dealt with. The danger of going back on their own is naturally much greater than the risk of going as a team. He and Wu Lina exchanged a glance and almost simultaneously rushed towards Su Mei's squad. Compared to life, face and such things are completely unimportant. But just as they took 2 steps, a wild wolf in the distance was startled by them. In an instant, the Steppenwolf sped toward the 2 of them. Upon seeing this, Wu Lina screamed in fright and immediately threw a fireball at them. Unexpectedly, in the chaos, they made another mistake and set fire to the wasteland on the other side. Instantly, 3 more wasteland wolves were startled and charged directly at the 2 of them. Wu Lina and Zhuang Hutu's expressions changed drastically at this. "Ah, Captain, save me, save me. Captain, help, help us." Zhuang Hutu roared back. 1 wild wolf was already difficult for them to deal with, but now there were 4 of them. How could the 2 of them possibly be a match for them? "We were wrong. We shouldn't have left the team. Captain, please don't leave us to die." As Wu Lina ran, she cried out, "We just want to live. We just want to live. Lin Shiyun, hurry up and send your skeleton soldiers to save us. If you can save us, I can ask my dad to give you a lot of money." "Yes, yes, and me too. I can give you money too." "Sis, what should we do?" This was the first time Su Xiaoqiang had encountered such a situation, and he didn't know what to do for a moment. He was very resentful of these 2 ungrateful fellows who would follow him when things were going well, but would turn around and run away when danger struck. Now that they know the team can resolve the crisis, they shamelessly cling to them again. But since the other party was his classmate and it was the first time they had met, Su Xiaoqiang could only look to Su Mei for advice. "I'm in a very bad state right now." Su Mei shook her head. "If it were really a matter of saving lives, it wouldn't be my turn." She looked at Lin Shiyun beside her and said, "I still need you to make the decision." Lin Shiyun never expected that she, who was previously regarded as a slacker, would now become the center of the entire team. Even more unexpectedly, her decision could determine the life or death of others. As the 2 ran closer and closer, Lin Shiyun turned to look at Zhou Yu standing there, but before she could speak, Zhou Yu suddenly moved. He walked steadily toward the 2 of them, seemingly preparing to rescue them. This scene, witnessed by Wu Lina and Zhuang Hutu, instantly gave them a glimmer of hope for survival. Thank you, Lin Shiyun. You are such a good person." "Great, I take back what I said about you before, let it." Before the 2 could finish speaking, Zhou Yu slashed out with his long sword. The power of the sword strike actually cut through the air and landed directly at the feet of the 2 men. The sudden turn of events forced the 2 to abruptly stop their frantic run, for if they took another step forward, they would be cleaved in 2. Before the 2 could speak, Zhou Yu simply raised his sword, pointing the tip at them, his mouth moving as if giving them a sufficient warning. If they had taken just one more step forward, the next sword would have fallen upon them. Just kidding. Although Zhou Yu was summoned, he could roughly guess what had happened just by looking at the expressions of the three people. It's nothing more than this. When a team member is in a life-threatening situation, he abandons the other three members, leaves the team, and runs away to save his own life. Now that their strength has suddenly surged, they are afraid that they will not be able to return to the city safely, so they came to join the team, which attracted the Steppenwolf and put them in imminent danger. You ungrateful wretch. You think I'll save you? Keep dreaming. Zhou Yu glanced back at the girl surnamed Lin's face and knew that she had probably been making sarcastic remarks to her before. He disliked indecisive contractors, but judging from the other party's expression, it seemed that he had no intention of stopping him. It wasn't that Lin Shiyun was cold-blooded. She clearly remembered her grandmother saying, "The most righteous are often the lowly butchers, while the most ungrateful are often the scholars." This is an old saying, but now, with the emergence of professionals, scholars can use this instead. Many professionals would fight each other to seize treasures and resources. She didn't believe it at first, but after seeing Wu Lina and Zhuang Hutu, she did. Ingratitude comes at a price, even if it means death. Seeing that Lin Shiyun didn't react at all, and with the approaching Steppenwolf from behind, the two of them completely broke down. Lin Shiyun, you're inhuman. How could you stand by and watch someone die? Wu Lina started cursing. You useless summoner. Why didn't you save me? Just because I said a few words to you. Lin Shiyun, help. We're your teammates too. Zhuang Hutu fired several arrows in succession, but instead of stopping the wasteland wolf, he only fueled its ferocity, making it run even faster. Save me, Lin Shiyun, you. I'll never forgive you even in death.
What?
The wolf pounced and pinned Zhuang Hutu to the ground. Heart-wrenching screams and tearing sounds rang out, deafeningly loud throughout the wasteland. Seeing this, Wu Lina fled in another direction, but after only 2 steps, she was pounced on by 2 other wolves, and a sharp scream rang out. Lin Shiyun, you bitch, my dad will give you, oh. All the screams stopped abruptly in an instant, and only the chewing sounds of the steppe wolves echoed across the entire wasteland.
Quiet.
Both Su Mei and Su Xiaoqiang were silent as they watched the scene. They had seen people die before, but seeing someone being devoured by a wasteland wolf was still quite shocking. Zhou Yu simply stood there, waiting for the two to completely die before rushing forward again. The moment the wasteland wolves raised their heads, he struck them down one by one with his sword, sending them to their deaths.
Buzz.
Apart from Su Mei, the others all had light rising above their heads again, successfully completing their upgrades. Lin Shiyun, your skeleton is too fierce. Once he realized what had happened, Su Xiaoqiang didn't want to keep replaying the scene in his mind, so he started praising Lin Shiyun. That's a Steppenwolf. It was difficult for us to fight it together, but it killed it all by itself in an instant. What exactly is its background? Backing? Lin Shiyun glanced at Zhou Yu, who hadn't moved, and shook her head in confusion. I don't know what it's like either. It just feels different from ordinary skeleton soldiers. Alright, now that we've weathered this crisis, let's leave. After what happened, Su Mei didn't dare to take them any further, so she simply made a suggestion. Good. Lin Shiyun nodded. Although she was mentally prepared, she was still a little upset about this situation for the first time. She decided to go back first since she was already level 5 and her speed wasn't slow. The 3 reached an agreement and prepared to take a detour to leave the area. But after taking only 2 steps, the 3 realized something was wrong because Zhou Yu, who was standing there, showed no intention of moving. After all, the other party had just saved everyone's lives, and the 3 of them felt a sense of awe towards Zhou Yu. Hey, are you leaving? Su Xiaoqiang shouted instinctively. But as soon as he finished speaking, Zhou Yu turned his head to look at the 3 of them and then shook his head. Go what? We finally managed to kill some monsters. Where do we go? Zhou Yu cursed under his breath before realizing the other person couldn't hear him, so he simply pointed to the distance, deeper into the wasteland. Then, Ignoring the three of them, he walked straight into the distance. At this moment, all three of them were completely stunned. Su Mei, a level 15 warrior, has now recovered less than half of her health and is injured, resulting in a significant reduction in her combat power. Su Xiaoqiang wasn't much better off than him, and he was only level 3, so even if he were fully equipped, he wouldn't have much combat power. Lin Shiyun is intact, but all her combat power combined is only equivalent to Zhou Yu. Therefore, even if the three wanted to go back, they would need Zhou Yu's escort. However, Zhou Yu is now not only not escorting them, but is going to go deeper into the territory, which makes everyone uneasy. Su Mei glanced at Lin Shiyun beside her, thinking, "Isn't this your summoned creature? Why can't you make the decisions?" But looking at the other party's blank eyes and considering the human-like behavior of the skeleton soldier just now, Su Mei felt that relying on the other party was probably useless. Therefore, she could only shout to Zhou Yu, "It's not that simple here. The Wasteland Wolves are pack monsters. The further in you go, the more monsters you'll attract. There are even level 20 Wasteland Chieftains. You can't handle them."
What?
A level 20 Steppenwolf. Su Xiaoqiang's expression changed upon hearing this. Isn't that equivalent to a second-tier professional? Apart from the lack of a professional career transition baptism, everything else is pretty much the same. Su Mei guessed that the skeleton soldier's combat power was several levels higher than hers, but it was impossible for him to defeat the level 20 Wasteland Wolf leader so easily. Moreover, once the leader is angered, it's not just one, but a whole group. However, after she made her suggestion, the other party not only did not respond at all, but did not even stop walking away. This, sigh, you... Su Mei wanted to say something, but in the end she could only sigh, "Let's go, let's follow them. Once I've recovered a bit, even without it, I can bring you back." Like and subscribe for more updates.